Children, welcome to all. Hope all are safe and doing well at your place. I'm here to take up fraction. So before it, you would have learned integers and sec, and you might have completed the work of those two chapters. Now here, in fraction, suppose children, I explain you something, and if I give you some points to remember, those points you should note down. Secondly, when I solve any exercise questions, to make it clear to you, whenever I take any book questions to explain on the board, those sums will be your classwork, and at the end of each lecture, you will get the homework sums. So let's move to the first part, classification of fraction. Before it, let me ask you, what do you mean by fractions? Yes? A fraction is a part of whole. Suppose if I consider a rectangle and divide this rectangle into 3 equal parts. Let me clear it. 3 equal parts. Then each part is called fraction of the whole. Here we have how many fractions? 3 fractions, and each fraction is 1/3 of the whole. Clear? There are how many 1/3 in a whole? 3 1/3 in a whole. 1, 2, 3. So fractions are a part of whole which is written in this form 1/3. If I generalize this 1/3, we can say it is in the form a by b, where b is never equal to 0. And you know children, a and b are which type of numbers? A and b belongs to whole numbers. So how could you define fraction? A fraction is a part of whole which can be written in the form a by b, where a and b belongs to the whole number and b is never equal to 0. How? Let me clear it with the help of an example. If I write here 2/3, it's a fraction where 2 is a whole number, 3 is a whole number. If I write 2/0, 2/0 is not a fraction because here denominator is never equal to 0. Then next, 2. Is 2 a fraction? Yes, 2 can be written as 2/1. So 2/1 is a fraction. So what are fractions? Fractions are the part of whole which can be written as a by b, where a and b belongs to the whole numbers. They are whole numbers and b is never equal to 0. Here this is called division line, and the number above the division line is called numerator. The number below the division line is called denominator. So according to the definition of fractions, the denominator is never equal to 0. Clear? Now let's try to understand what are simple fraction and complex fraction. Simple fractions, or you can say common fraction or vulgar fraction. The other name of simple fraction is vulgar fraction. Simple fraction or the vulgar fractions are the fraction in which the numerator and denominators are whole numbers. For example, 2/3, 7/9, 11/10. Clear? Simple fractions or the vulgar fractions are the fractions in which numerator and denominator both are simple whole numbers. Whereas in case of complex fraction, numerator or denominator or maybe both contains fraction. Let me explain you how. 2/3 upon 7 or 7/9/2. One more example, 1/3 upon 2/5. So what are complex fraction, children? In case of complex fraction, numerator or denominator or maybe both contain fractions. So such type of fractions are called complex fractions. Whereas simple fractions or the vulgar fractions, the other name is common fractions, are the fractions in which numerator and denominator both are whole numbers. Clear? Now let's move to the types of simple fractions. Simple fractions can be proper or improper. Now let's move to the first, proper fractions. In case of proper fractions always the numerator, let me use the short form capital N, always the numerator is less than the denominator. Let me define it again. In case of proper fraction, it's a type of simple fraction in which numerator is always less than denominator. Some examples: 2 by 3, 7 by 9. Keep some more example, yes, 10 by 11. You can see here children, the numerator is less in all the cases. Now let's move to the improper fraction. Before it, let me tell you, whenever you solve these fractions, always their value is less than 1. Very important result, proper fraction is always, the value of proper fraction is always less than 1. Improper fractions are the fractions in which numerator is always greater than denominator. Few examples: 3 by 2, let us reverse it, 9 by 7 or 11 by 10. In all the cases you can see numerator is greater. So such fractions, such vulgar fractions in which the numerator is greater than denominator, they are improper fractions. And you know the common result of it, whenever you solve for the values of these all improper fractions, their value is always greater than 1. Clear? Children, other than these you have mixed fraction. What do you mean by mixed fraction? Mixed fraction is a fraction which contains a whole number and a proper fraction. 1 whole 1 by 3. Some more examples: 2 whole 3 by 5. Clear? Or 7 whole 9 by 10. These all are mixed fraction, which is the combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. So what are mixed fractions? Mixed fractions are the fractions which are in the form of a whole number and a proper fraction, and it could be easily converted to improper fraction. How? 1 whole 1 by 3. How can you change this into improper fraction? First multiply the 2 and sum up. So 1 into 3, 3 plus 1 equals to 4 by the denominator. So 4 by 3 is the answer. Let us take the next example: 2 whole 3 by 5. How to convert in mixed number? Multiply these two, 2 into 5, 10, and then sum up the numerator. So 2 into 5, 10 plus 3, 13 by the, followed by the same denominator, 5. So 13 by 5. Next example, 7 whole 9 by 10. If question comes, convert it into improper fraction, multiply these two and sum up the numerator. So 7 into 10, 70 plus 9, 79 upon the same denominator, 10. So 79 by 10 is the improper fraction of this mixed fraction. Clear? Children, next I am going to explain you equivalent fraction. Equivalent fractions. What do you mean by equivalent fractions? The fractions which are equal in values. Let me take up one small example. If you see here children, 1 by 2 and 2 by 4. Are they equal? Though they don't look equal, but their value is same. Let me explain with the help of a rectangle. If I take this rectangle and divide into 2 equal parts. So this represents half. That is 1 by 2. Now consider the same rectangle and divide this rectangle into 4 equal parts. To represent 2 by 4 will divide in how many equal parts? 4. And shade how many parts? 2 parts. So again we will reach to the same. So look at these two examples, they are equal. Though they look different, but they are equal in values. So such fractions are called equivalent fraction. In it, now you will learn how to find equivalent fraction of the given fraction using multiplication and division. Children, suppose you are asked to find two equivalent fraction of 3 by 5 by using multiplication. So if you multiply up and down, means numerator and denominator by same non-zero value, you can easily obtain an equivalent fraction. So when you multiply 3 by 2 and 5 by 2, the value is 6 by 10, where 3 by 5 and 6 by 10 are equivalent fractions. One more, if you are asked to find, take the same fraction and multiply up and down with any non-zero value. Like this, multiply by 3. So you'll get 3 into 3, 9, 5 into 3, 15. So here 3 by 5 and 9 by 15 are equivalent fractions. This is how we can easily obtain the equivalent fraction using which method? Multiplication. So we reach to a conclusion on multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same non-zero value, the two fractions remain same, means their value don't change. Now let's move to the next one, how to obtain the equivalent fraction using division. So let's apply division to get the equivalent fraction. In this case, children, if I take a small number 12 by 24 and question is by using division method find the two equivalent fraction. So suppose if I divide the 2 by the same non-zero number, divide numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number, 12 divided by 2 is 6, 24 divided by 2 is 12. So here 12 by 24 and 6 by 12 are equivalent fraction. One more example, take the next value 6 by 12 and divide it by 3. Let's divide by 3. Means if you divide the numerator and denominator by same non-zero values, you will get the equivalent fraction. 6 divided by 3 is 2, 12 divided by 3 is 4. So here children, 6 by 12 and 2 by 4 are equivalent fractions. Now consider this one, 2 by 4, and try to obtain one equivalent fraction using division method. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Take care children, whenever you divide, the two numbers should be same. Even while multiplying, the two numbers should be same. So when you divide, you get 1 by 2. So here 2 by 4 and 1 by 2 are equivalent fractions. So you can say 12 by 24, 6 by 12, 2 by 4, 1 by 2. All these are equivalent fractions which you have obtained using which method? Division method. Children, here we reach to a result that whenever you divide the numerator and denominator by a non-zero number, its value remains same and we can easily obtain the equivalent fraction. Clear? You know children, how can we identify whether the given fractions are equivalent or not? Just simply, for example, if I have 1 by 3 and 2 by 6, question is identify whether they are equivalent or not. Simply bring the denominator up in the direction of arrow and find their product. 1 into 6, here 3 into 2, and 1 into 6 is 6, 3 into 2 is 6. If the two products are equal, in that case the two fractions are equivalent fraction. This is how we can check the two given fractions. In this case, we can generalize it as, in case there are two fractions a by b equals to c by d, so they are equivalent if the product a into d, that is ad equals to b into c, bc. This is how we can generalize the given equivalent fraction. Clear? Simplest form of a fraction. Children, how to write the fraction in simplest form? 12 by 24. Take out their HCF. The HCF of 12 and 24 is 12. So divide by the HCF. Divide by 12. Divide by 12. You will reach to the next fraction, that is 1 by 2. Now what is the HCF of 1 and 2? The HCF of 1 and 2 is 1. So this is the simplest form. Children, whenever you are given a fraction, simplify the two and reach to the stage where you find the HCF of the numerator and denominator is 1. Means there is no other common factor than 1, then it is called the simplest form of the fraction. Now let us take one more example, 15 by 35. Question is convert to the simplest form. So keep cancelling. Cancel them by 5. 5 3 ja 15, 5 7 ja 35. 3 by 7. Again try to find their HCF. Is there any common factor of 3 and 7? No. Only the common factor is 1. Here the HCF of the numerator and denominator is 1. So this is the simplest form of 15 by 35. This is how we can get the simplest form. So how will you obtain the simplest form of a fraction? By simplifying and reaching to a scale where the HCF of numerator and denominator is 1. Means no other common factor than 1. Clear? Next is like and unlike fractions. Like fractions. For example, 1 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, all these have common denominator. So such fractions are called like fractions. And if the unlike fractions are the fractions whose denominator is not same, different. Unlike fractions, let us take some example of it. Unlike fractions example, 1 by 3, 2 by 7, 5 by 9. In these all cases you can see 3, 7, 9. All the denominators are different. Such fractions are called unlike fractions, and if the denominators are same, they are called like fractions. Make a note, children, addition and subtraction is possible only if the two fractions are like fractions. Unlike fractions can't be added unless and until they are converted to the like fraction. How to convert them into like fraction we'll learn later. Clear? So children, till now you have learned classification of fractions. What are fractions? Classification of fraction into simple and complex fractions. Simple fractions are further divided into proper and improper fractions. Other than these, mixed number, equivalent fraction, how to change into simplest form, then like fraction and unlike fractions. No need to write down these all explanation in your copy. In case if I explain any exercise question, those questions will be your classwork questions. Clear? Now let's move to exercise 2A. Children, turn over to page N22, exercise 2A. Express the following as mixed number. So here I am going to discuss some questions. So these questions are your classwork questions. So do with me. Here the first question is expressed as mixed number. Exercise 2A. Question number 1. Convert them into mixed number. So let us do one question. The first one is 37 by 12. Is it a proper fraction or an improper fraction? It is an improper fraction, children. Always an improper fraction can be converted to a mixed number. So take the numerator and divide by the denominator. 12, 3 is 36. Subtract 1. Now write the numbers in this direction. How? 3 whole 1 by 12. Let us take the next example. 316 divided by 23. Hope you are doing these sums with me as classwork because these are exercise questions. 316 divided by 23. First it will go one time, 23 minus 11 minus 3, 8, bring 6 down. Now it will go 3 times, 3 3 is 9, 3 2 is 6. Subtract 16 minus 9 is 7, 17. And here the division stop. Now convert it right in this direction, write on this as whole number, then bring 17 as numerator followed by the common denominator 23. So when you convert 316 by 23 as mixed number, it is 13 whole 17 by 23. Children, question 2 is express the improper fraction as mixed number. So now you are going to change into improper fraction. So let's do two sums of it. Let us take the first one, 3 whole 7 by 12. And the next one more example, 18 whole 101 by 107. 3 whole 7 by 12. To change into improper fraction, first we multiply this by the whole number. So 12 3 is 36 plus the numerator, 36 plus 7, 43. So answer is 43 by the same common denominator, 12. Let us do the next one. Again multiply 107 by 18 and sum of the numerator. So let us make a rough column and multiply by 18. 56, 8 into 1, 8. Then 107. 6, 12, 1 carry over, 1. So when you multiply 18 into 107, the value is 1926 plus the numerator. What is the numerator here? 101. So sum up. So when you add 7 to 10, 1 carry over 2. So value is 2027 by the same common denominator 107. Clear? Question number 3, first one is 4 by 9 equals to, here is 36 and you have to fill this. Children, what is the sign here? The sign is of equal to. So when you have the sign of equal to means you have to find out the equivalent fraction. 9 into which number is 36? 9 into 4 is 36. Same number you multiply up into 4. So 4 into 4, 16. So the equivalent fraction of 4 by 9 is 16 by 36. This is question number 3, first part. Now question number 3, next one, 5 by 11 equals to 40 by dash. Here we see 5 into which number is 40? 5 into 8. So same number you multiply down. So the value is 88. So what is the equivalent fraction of 5 by 11? 40 by 88. So next two you can do your own in book. These two note down in copy. Question number 4. Write each of the following fraction in simplest form. Convert into simplest form. May I know what is simplest form? To write in simplest form is to convert it into a fraction whose numerator and denominator has only one common factor, that is 1. Means the HCF of the two is 1, no other factor. So let us take two examples. First example, 144 by 336 and the next one is 150 upon 525. Let's try to convert them into simplest form. As we in these questions best to use divisibility test. 4 and 6 both are even, so they are cancelled by 2. So let us simplify by 2. When you simplify 14 7 times 2 times, cancel by 2. 2 1 jack 2, so 1 and 3 becomes 13, so 2 6 ja 12 and 2 8 ja 16. Again 2 and 8 are even numbers, simplify by 2 means divide by 2. So when you cancel it is 36 upon 84. Again cancel by 2, 18 by 42. Again cancel by 2, 9 by 21. And do you know 9 and 21 comes in the table of 3. So we can cancel them by 3. 3 3 is 9, 3 7. So 3 by 7 is the simplest form of 144 by 336. So it's not necessary to always divide by HCF. You may do small divisions by the small factors and reach to the simplest form. Here 3 and 7 has no other common factor than 1. So here this is the simplest form of 144 by 336. Look at this example, 150 by 525, 0 and 5. If you use divisibility test, both are divisible by 5. So let's divide by 5, cancel by 5. So when you simplify by 5, 5 3 ja 15 and 0. Here 5 1 ja 5, 0 and 5. Take care, 0 will be here. Sometimes in hurry you write 15 and the whole answer is wrong. Again simplify by 5, 6 times, 21 times. 6 and 21 comes in the table of 3. So divide by 3, 2 times, 7 times. 2 and 7 have no common factor than 1. So this is the simplest form of 150 by 525. This is how we write the fraction in simplest form. Clear? Question number 5. Let us take the last one. Last one means fourth one. 2 by 7. 3 by 5, 9 by 10, 13 by 20 and 23 by 35. Let us rearrange these all fractions in descending order. May I know what is descending order? Do you know what is descending order, children? Yes? Descending order means from greatest to smallest. But there is no sign of comparing the two. To make it easy to compare, we'll convert these all into like fraction. by using LCM method. So let us try to find the LCM. Here the denominators are 7, 5, 10, 20 and 35. Which is the greatest denominator? 35. Now let us read the table of 35. 35 into 2 equals to 70, which is divisible by 7, by 5, by 10, but not by 20. So we'll read one more time. 35 into 3. 35 into 3 is 105. So it is divisible by 7, 5, but not divisible by 10 and 20. So let us read one more time. 35 into 4. 35 into 4 is 140. Yes, this number is divisible by 7, by 5, by 10, by 20 and by 35 too. So let us take the LCM of these all number as 140. Let us try to find the equivalent fraction of each given fraction whose denominator is 140. So 2 by 7 into which number? 20. Same number you multiply up, you'll get 40 by 140. Now take the next number, 3 by 5. 5 into which number is 140? Into 18. So same number you multiply up. So it's 3 1 to 3, 54 by 140. Now take the next number, 9 by 10 into 14 into 14 and get the equivalent fraction whose denominator is 140. 126 by 140. Similarly, let us solve for 13 by 20. 13 by 20 when you multiply by 7. Same number you multiply up. So it's 91 by 140. Now next number is 23 by 35. So into which number? 4. Into 4. So 12, 1 here, 4 to 8, 92 by 140. Now you can see children, I have converted these all fraction into like fractions whose denominator is 140. Now it's very easy to compare these all. When in case of like fractions, a fraction with greater numerator is always greater than the fraction with the smaller numerator. Now you can see children, I have noted all the equivalent fractions of the given fraction whose denominator is 140. So it's easy to compare. The greatest fraction is 9 by 10. Next comes 23 by 25. Then 13 by 20. Then 3 by 5. And the smallest is 2 by 7. Children, this is how we can easily arrange the given fractions in descending order, means from greatest to smallest after converting them into like fractions. Clear? Now let us do one question of ascending order. Question number 6, second part. 17 by 48, 19 by 36, 11 by 30, 5 by 24. The question is arrange in ascending order. What do you mean by ascending order? From smallest to greatest. If I ask you, write the answer, it's not possible to write the answer unless and until they are converted to the like fractions. We cannot compare. So let us first convert the given fraction into like fractions. By using which method? LCM method. Let us solve for the LCM. 48, 36, 30, 24. Collect all the denominators and take out their LCM. Divide by 2. 24, 18, 15, 12. Again divide by 3. 3 into 8, 24. 3 into 6, 18. 3 into 5 is 15. And 3 into 4 is 12. Now let's divide by 2. 4 times, 3 times, bring 5 as it is down, then 2 times. Again divide by 2. 2, 3, bring it down, 5 as it is you bring down, and 1 time. So when you multiply these all, you will get the LCM as 720. Hence the LCM of These all denominator is 720. Now let us move to the step of converting them into equivalent fractions whose denominator is 720. So the LCM is 720. Now let us write first fraction. 48 into 15 is 720. So same number you multiply up. You will get, already have calculated here, equals to 255 by 720. Now let us take the next one. 19 by 36. 36 into 20 is 720. Same number multiply up. So when you change, it becomes 380 by 720. Now let us move to the next fraction. 11 by 30. 30 into 24 is 720. So same number you multiply up, we'll get the product 264. So 264 by 720. So children, use your rough column for the calculation. Next is 5 by 24. 24 into 30 is 720. So same number multiply up and solve 150 by 720. Now you can see all the four fractions are like fractions with the denominator 720. So now it's very easy to compare. In these all cases, children, a fraction with smaller numerator is smaller fraction than a fraction with the greater numerator. And question is to arrange in which order? Ascending order. So we'll start with the smallest one. If you compare the numerators, which is the smallest one, this is the smallest one. So we'll write first this original fraction as the smallest fraction, greater than, less than which number, which is the next fraction. If you compare all, this is the next fraction. So write down 17 by 48 is the next fraction. Now let's move to the next greater fraction. 264 by 720. Its original fraction is 11 by 30. So 11 by 30. Then the greatest fraction out of them is 19 by 36. And this is how we can rearrange the fractions into ascending order after converting them into like fraction. As this is your book question, so you will solve in your copy as classwork. Children, now note down your homework questions. Homework sums are: question number 1, second and fourth; question number 2, second and third; question number 4, third and fourth part; question number 5, first and second part; question number 6, first. Do these all questions in your copy, and question number 3, all the parts do in book itself. Hope the homework is clear. Children, here I conclude. Take care, be happy. Thank you.